migration comes one final migration, one of herring and peanut bunker. The herring run is not as heavily fished as the fall blitz, and the fishing is a much better quality experience, with fewer boats on the water and 20 to 30 pound fish feeding on foot-long herring. The November to December fishery is for the cold, hardy angler.
But as the year goes along, the fish get bigger and bigger, and even when you're sure the fishing is over, that's generally when the bigger bass are going by. It gets cold and it's hard to throw those big flies and it's windy out, but that's when those big guys in there cruising down the beach and you can have a great time.
November tends to be a fishery that's not for everybody because it's cold and raw and your hands start you can't move your hands after a while. You can't even tie a knot anymore. So it's not a time of year when you want to be out for 12 hours. I'd say it's 6 hours max, and go home, get some warm soup, warm your hands, have some whiskey or whatever it is you drink, and just enjoy the fact that you were out there catching really big fish and seeing some really cool visual surface activity, and being around when the gannet are dropping like bombs around your boat. It is such a great experience, and it's a mesmerizing experience. When the days aren't too cold and too rough, November offers incredible fishery for the inshore boat fishermen. They are not traveling in massive schools like they do during the fall run, where they're on rain bait and the smaller bunker. They tend to be a little more scattered. They do travel in schools, but not condensed schools. So you have an opportunity where you can, set up for a nice drift, get nice sinking lines, about 400 grain, 500, 550, and use big flies like we were doing for the shore, but really let them sink and strip relatively slow with an irregular pattern, and you will be amazed how many fish are out there that are migrating through following these huge herring. It's a great opportunity to catch larger fish in the high teens, high 20s, and obviously bigger fish, but the average fish for the November-December fishery is between 15 and 25 pounds. And on a fly rod, that's a nice bass to catch. In November and December, there are hordes of trucks driving up and down the beach, looking for birds, looking for any type of surface activity. And sometimes, instead of looking for birds, you'll be looking for a flock of trucks that are stationed out on the beach. And that's a pretty good giveaway that there's fish out there. The shore fishermen are constantly sitting in their trucks, drooling, waiting for the bait to be pushed up onto the shore and have the fish, the bass and the bluefish, show up and just hit the shoreline. And that's a pretty spectacular time for the surf guys, because they spent a lot of time waiting and watching the boat people catching fish, slaying fish, and it gets really frustrating for them. The fishery on the